Now, we'll start with the card on the bottom of the deck, which is the Five of Ghosts. And the Five of Ghosts denotes the crying over spilled milk. In this case, it just looks like water, but it's a sense of disappointment. It's a kind of a sense of loss in some way. So we'll look at this in the context of what some of the other cards have to indicate for you. But yeah, this is kind of a disappointment card. The one thing, however, to note on this card is that even though this bucket has spilled over, there's still one that's full right over here. So be careful where you're shifting your focus this month. Are you focusing on the loss or the lack, or are you focusing on the part that is still abundant and plentiful? Okay. So we'll start up here, and we'll look at this Hermit card. Now, some of you may have been going back to the drawing board. You may have been kind of withdrawing from the world to sort of get right in your life, develop your talents, maybe to become more insightful. Maybe you've been going into journal. Right now, Halloween being Scorpio, that's, within the next month, we're going to be rolling into your birth month. So it's not surprising for people at the end of their personal year to want to kind of go inside the cave and to meditate and to reflect. This is showing, too, that there's a good deal of intelligence, if not brilliance, going on in here. So there's a lot of really positive things that can come out of you withdrawing from the world a little bit. We've also seen some industry going on with you, too. So we see here a vegetable person, and this is the Four of Pumpkins, which indicates hard work. You're actually doing what needs to be done. For future harvests, it's planting time. You'll notice that he's throwing down some seeds. He's planting pumpkins in this patch, or she, whatever. This is the idea. You're planting the seeds of today. And part of this energy going within is to identify, where do you want to plant your seeds? What kind of harvest do you want to do? If we don't know that, any action steps we take might be misguided, or we might be trying to fulfill somebody else's life purpose or journey, maybe not walking in our own path. So with this, we have to unify our intentions and our efforts. Right? It's for sure we can't be the hermit all the time, but we do have to go in sometimes so that we identify where we want to plant our seeds, because we only have finite time on this earth. So in order to do the things that are really meaningful for any one of us, we do have to sometimes withdraw and take time for reflection. But that's not slowing you down on planting the seeds that you do want to do, right? And the Three of Imps here is a Three of Wands and other decks. And this is someone who has put the steps together. They have done the planting, and they are waiting for those ships to come in, to mix my metaphors, right? For planting, you're waiting for the harvest. If you have investments and orders overseas, you're waiting for them to be delivered to these shores. And this individual here is waiting for his ships to come in. Now, you'll note that the other two imps on the side, they have torches with fire atop them. This person here has they have a oak tree. And so this is sort of a bird of another feather, or am I saying that wrong? A horse of another color, so to speak. But this is a person who's unique and individual. And part of that comes from the hermit. Right? The hermit energy, getting in touch with who you are so you know how you want to manifest. Do you want a torch of fire, or do you want a pole with oak leaves on it? It's however you want to express yourself or your energy. This is a fire sign card right here. So it also has to do with that sense of passion. Right? And this can also indicate some type of business relationship. Maybe these three are going into a business partnership together, and they all are waiting for that ship to come in. On a joyous note, too, we have the three progressing to the four, which is that celebration. The one thing about the Three of Imps card is that the ship is, in fact, en route. It is coming. All the good things are going to be coming in. That's not in question. right? And here we have what looks like a wedding bower or some sort of a celebratory gathering where the individuals are dancing. There's a lot of fun to be had. The 3 just progresses naturally into the 4 of Imps, which is the celebration when the boat is landed. All the good things are coming in. There's much to be celebrating about. And this here in the center, the 3 of Ghosts, plays along with the 4 of Imps very nicely. This is that celebration, that love, that joy. This is friends. Ghosts is the suit of water in this deck. Imps are the suit of fire, right? So even though we have some earth elemental up here in the pumpkins, that's not to say that there's not real material and financial and spiritual and passionate and emotional well-being that's going on in these cards here. Very, very good. Very good. This is 3 people having a beautiful celebration. For some of you, it could, in fact, be some sort of a wedding. It kind of feels a little bit more like it's business at this point. But again, that doesn't necessarily mean for every last one of you that it wouldn't mean that. With this Ace of Imps here, this is about new beginnings in passion, feeling passionate about what you're doing. Feeling passionate about your business. You have all sorts of new options in here, right? Lots of new options. And this is about the beginning of that passion pursuit. It's something that gets your Kundalini energy rising. This is something that you feel really positive about, something that can get you moving forward. But you're a fire sign. You know what that means. With the 3 of Imps, the 4 of Imps, and now we have the Ace of Imps showing up here. There really, truly is a lot to be grateful for. Okay. Now, we're moving from the Hermit and Ace of Imps intellectual energy to the 2 of Bats, which is about difficulty making a decision. And in part because the individual sitting down here with arms folded has a blindfold across her eyes. Not really a good way to make decisions. You know, we kind of have to be able to see what's going on. Those bats look like they want to help her, but she may be shutting herself off to the help that could be coming. So be very careful that even as you're getting these big ideas in your life and you're wanting to identify a way to manifest them or to bring them out into the world, be careful that you're not cutting yourself off in your hermit status from receiving incoming, either from your spirit guides and helpers or from human individuals in your life that might be able to support you in implementing whatever these thoughts and ideas are. It seems like there's something that you want to do, but I wonder if you're psyching yourself out a little bit. Because the cards are really, really joyous over here. But I'm still feeling some kind of a lingering hesitation, reservation, something like that. We have the Queen of Imps right here, and she is in her element in you, Sagittarius. This probably is you, although certainly you may not be the only fire sign in your life. So this could be Sagittarius, it could be Leo, it could be Aries, individual, male or female. It's irrelevant whether it's a man or a woman. But in this, we see somebody who's planting those seeds and who's celebrating and having good times. But she's coming into her own. You know, she knows how to master her passions. She doesn't tend to be the person who's flying off all over and ungrounded or anything like that. She's someone who knows when to act and when not to act. She's sitting on her throne, cool and calm, accepting the gift of the sunflower from this imp that's delivering it. And she's well and good. She's in peace in her own right. You know, she's got a nice clear starry sky behind her. Again, this is very positive. But some of this detachment I'm feeling in here kind of relates a little bit to that hermit from previously. I almost wonder if there was some kind of a question about who her friends were or who his friends were. Although I'm seeing good times with Frenzo too. So I don't mean to say that, but there's something going on under the surface here. You look good, but there's something not quite right in the energy here. Maybe some of you guys that are watching this video can help illuminate for me what that is exactly. In doing a general reading, sometimes one person's energy comes through, sometimes it's a whole bunch of them, and depending on the situation, it can really vary. That's the problem with generalized readings. Although they can be They can be pretty good overalls for people too, don't get me wrong. Now here we see this Hanged Man energy. And so what I'm seeing future-wise, we got your head in the Two of Bats, we got your heart in the Queen of Imps, and then beneath your ground we got the Hanged Man. So there's some sort of a reservation. You're still going within. This Hanged Man balances out the Hermit energy quite well, and it still has to do with taking that kind of going within. And I think it's related to the sense of disappointment in something or someone. You're noticing some kind of a lack or some sort of a disappointment. There might be a sense of feeling that you have to do it all yourself. Maybe that you can't rely on some people. Certainly the people in here are showing up for the fun. Maybe that's the problem, is you've got people that are showing up for the fun, but not really showing up to help with the work aspect of that. But I'll leave that to you to identify how that specifically relates to your life. One last thing I want to do, though, before we hang up here, is our Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle card by Doreen Virtue. We're going to pull one of these and see if we can't maybe identify some kind of way that you can help move through that. I don't want you isolating, and this is really a good period of time for celebration, for joy, for all kinds of things. But I'm feeling like there's a sense of conflict within you. Maybe that you're struggling, you don't want to look at something, but it's really bothering you, and it kind of gets your dander up a little. So let me shake these up and see what we got to do here. Okay. And the answer to your yes or no question is yes. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me trust my feelings as the accurate barometer of truth. So the accurate barometer of truth, we've got the disappointment card. We've got the I'm not sure what in the world I'm going to be doing, making a decision on this. We've got some isolation cards on the Hanged Man and the Hermit balancing with the Three of Goats celebration in the middle. So who's to say? Maybe that's an increase in your meditation practice. But the answer to your question is yes. You probably already knew this, and Archangel Raphael wishes to validate your intuitive feelings. This card is a talisman to help you deal with current situations and prepare for the future. Sometimes the greatest gift you can receive is knowing what to expect next. Raphael reminds you that everything can change in even more positive directions, so stay open to your intuitive wisdom, which will guide you along the way. Things are going in a positive direction. You're on the right path. A recent change proves healthful. Accept an offer that was made to you. A new opportunity is imminent. And yes, your feelings are accurate. So whatever this decision is that you need to make, go for it. That's what I'm getting. Go for it. There's a lot of celebration that is to be had in that. There's a lot of really positive moves coming along in this direction. Whatever this disappointment or that kind of mind game is that you're going through, let go of that. Go into your intuition. Balance your need for alone time, your Hanged Man and Hermit energy. Balance those. Be sure you are practicing your meditation every single day. You deserve it, and so do the people around you deserve it. Because when you're at your best mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, so will the other people around you be.